Or hello, and welcome to Conversa. Today we have a very special guest joining us from all the way from Florida, and she just came from Portugal. So we have a lot of things to discuss today. I'm very excited about that. Yvonne, can you please tell us where in Florida are you joining us from, and where in Portugal did you just come back from?
Aha. So, yes, I am Yvonne Ribeiro, and I live in Bradenton, Florida. It's the west side of Florida. It's the
Okay.
best side of Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's where the sunsets are.
Oh,
So,
I'm a sunset girly. I love sunsets.
yes.
I'm a freak for them.
Yeah. And you're
Literally.
you're all the way on the west coast. So you're in
Yes,
California.
I'm in
And
Northern California.
and that's when we moved to Florida. That's what we wanted. We wanted sunsets, we wanted warm weather. So yeah, that we came down here and it's wonderful. It's
And where
warm.
did you come from before, and how long have you been in Florida?
So I was born in Newark, New Jersey.
I love Newark. Love it.
Yes, and then I moved to the Philadelphia area when I was 19 and lived there most of my adult life. So suburban Philadelphia area.
Wow.
I'm
And
really more of a Philly girl than a Jersey
yeah,
girl.
yeah, you're a Philly girl instead of a Jersey girl. I can see that. Did you move to Philly with your family, or did you move by yourself?
Pretty much by myself.
Oh my God. Wow. So you are an
Yes.
adventure woman and you are a brave woman. I see that you went to Portugal. Can you explain where in Portugal you were? I saw your daughter driving in Lisbon, so I
Yes.
know she's definitely a brave woman just like you because wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless her.
She is an adventurer also.
Yes.
So I have four kids, and she's the youngest, and she just graduated college. She's a
Oh my
teacher
God.
now. So
Oh wow.
that was my gift to her, that we would have a mother-daughter gift, a mother-daughter time, a trip. We took 10 days, spent most of them in Lisbon, but we also went to Sintra, Cascais, we went up north to Costa Nova, Gafanhada Encarnação, we went to Évora. We went to Cartucha Winery, which is in Evra, which is so wonderful also.
Wow, my God,
Um,
you went to all the great places. In the beginning of the trip, I saw like I think the first 2 or 3 days worth. And you were going out to a lot of amazing places in Lisbon that we went to in 2024. And there's no place in the world like Lisbon.
yeah,
It's 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 almost like you're not in reality. It's almost like we're very futuristic there. And it's funny because Americans, sometimes we're very ignorant to the world around us, that we think that everyone else is like in the Stone Age or prehistoric times or something. But in many ways, I found that Portugal and Europe was ahead of us in many ways. And we will be celebrating our 250th birthday on 4th of July. But yes. But it's like sometimes I feel like we are very modern, but we are very behind as well. Did you find that in Portugal was very modern, or what did you find there?
so I love that you asked this question because I'm a brand strategist. I'm a marketer, and brand strategy is my specialty. And I spent a lot of time paying a lot of close attention to
Yes.
the very thing that you just brought up.
Yes.
So, one of the things, just to address like America and the 250-year birthday, we're such a young country that we really
Yes.
don't have strong roots.
Yes. Yes. We talked about this off camera, and we talked about how we Americans, or America, our country, has an identity crisis, and that's why, we are such a weaker link and a weaker target when it comes to that, because we don't have an
Yeah.
identity. We don't necessarily know who we are because we're everything, right?
Well, we might get some America people a little upset if we're if we
Oh God.
speak about America being
That's
like
that
we.
always makes me laugh so hard because I literally am American. I'm born here.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to those type of ideas, I'm totally not American when it comes to those type of
Yeah.
ideas. You know what I mean?
And I will tell you what, you may have a similar experience, and we're just going to end up all over the place today.
That's
This
okay. It's just a
we're
conversa.
going
That's
to
fine
end
with
up all
us.
over the place.
Yeah.
So my mom was an immigrant. I was the first one born here, And so was my father. He was an immigrant as well. They had two sons and a daughter in Portugal. And then I was the surprise gift when they came to America.
Oh my God.
But there was no greater patriot than my mother.
Oh
My
my,
mom was so dedicated to loving this country. She would only buy American.
wow.
She was like very like buying anything like from China.
I
It
just
was
got the chills. Your mom was your mom is very strong.
Yes, she was. Yeah, she did
Wow.
pass. She did.
Oh
But
wow.
she drove a Ford Mustang with a Buy American sticker on the back.
Really? Oh my God.
Around her place, there was always like little American flags
Oh
in
my
the
God.
plant pots and all of that. It was very
She was
sweet.
so proud. She was so
She was
proud.
she was very proud because she was a citizen. She became a citizen and she had her citizenship hung on the
Right.
wall,
Oh my God,
framing
that's so
because
beautiful.
it was so important to her because this country did give her all the opportunities. So she
Yes.
really honored the USA more than her European roots.
Yes. So she already had two kids when she came to America, and then she had you here, right? Three kids already?
Yeah,
Kids.
yeah,
Wow. So she was pretty well established already in her life in
yes.
Portugal when she made the bold decision to move. And she moved to America with your father, or how did that all go down?
Yes, yeah. So they moved here when I think if I'm doing the math right, they were in their late 20s.
Yeah.
And they came together and set things up. And my dad's mom, my grandmom, took care of the three oldest, which were at
Oh,
that time they
perfect.
were the only ones that were. And then they came over once everything was settled in. But back to your original thought about it being so different. So Portugal, I recognized that and this is something we all know, but it has so much history, centuries worth
Yes.
of history,
Yes.
and so much honor and heritage and appreciation for the people that came before us.
Yes.
And the beautiful thing you speak about it being so modern too is I saw in the logos and in the brands and in the companies there very elegant. So you have this contrast of these castles with all these curly cues and all this ornate architecture, and then the beautiful contrast of these modern logos. So it's this both worlds coming together so beautifully. And that
Yes.
contrast, I think, is what makes it so amazing.
Yes, I think you've touched on something very unique. I would like to explore other countries in Europe to see if that is also the case, because I feel like it is, because my bestie is from Italy and she recently went there too. And it's pretty much the same thing that, like you said, there's castles, there's ancient things, but then there's modern technology, there's modern graphics, there's modern looks, like I said, it's so futuristic to the point that it makes us look like we're in the past. And my husband talks about this all the time. My husband's from Terceira, Azores, and even there, even in the Azores, he always says, "Oh, we're more advanced than you guys," or "We're more advanced than you guys." But it's really true, and it almost like, oh, I just got the chills again. It's almost like we're kind of behind deliberately, right? But now
Mm.
I don't want to get too deep into that because then we'll get into like conspiracy theories and stuff. But it's almost like deliberate. But then again, I have to calm myself down. We are only 250 years old. 250 years is literally nothing. There's like people on the
Yeah.
planet that are over 100 years old. So that means that they've literally been around for pretty much half of our existence,
So
right?
insightful. Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah, because it's like, oh my God, we have people that are literally almost the age of our country. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean.
Half
And
the
yeah, half the age. And it's literally mind-blowing because we are such babies compared to Portugal. And another thing, when you went to Portugal, did you feel any like spiritualness? Like, did you get really rooted in your, because they do honor our ancestors, like you said. They have a very strong bond to what was before, but they also have a very strong pride of what they are now and what they will be in the future. And that's different than us because
Yeah.
we don't even we don't even have the blocks to feel that or the foundation to feel that because we
Yeah,
don't even we're right now we don't even we are working as if we don't even know what the future will be, right?
yeah,
But it looks like to me that Portugal is very confident and they know where their future is. And that kind of energy transmutes to the people and has such a profound impact that we don't even realize and we don't even know that that's happening because it's just energy. We don't necessarily know. But if you really pay attention to that, it's powerful and it gives Portuguese people in Portugal a big sense of pride and confidence in themselves. And I think that's a big part of America that's missing. We're right, we don't have no confidence right now, right? We're very
yeah.
confused.
We're very divided. We're very divided. And not just politically, because that's a whole
Yeah.
conversation that I never want to get into.
I know we can't. We
But
can't.
but what we see is a lot of people that are immigrants from other countries all over the world. So it is truly a melting pot. We may not be melting so good yet, but we need
Yeah.
more time. We need more
Yes.
time to develop our own culture because culture doesn't happen
Yes.
overnight.
Yeah, we
Uh,
need
so
time.
so I want to tell you a little interesting story that made me realize how Portuguese people are so different than other people on planet Earth.
Oh, I'm intrigued by this. Okay, tell me
Yes.
now.
So when I lived in Pennsylvania, there's a little town called Peddler's Village. It's right around New Hope, and it's a quaint little town that has like lights, and you walk around, especially during Christmas time. It's beautiful. You get like the apple cider and the hot cocoa. It's lovely, and it's packed like every Christmas season.
Oh,
So
wow.
one time we were going through and seeing the lights, and in one of the little villages, and it looks like a Hobbit town, by the way. It's
Oh,
like
that's
if you like Lord of the Rings,
yes,
it's
that's my
like it's
type of place right there,
it's the
Hobbit. I know.
Shire. It's just lovely. So, and this little store off on the side, there was a flag hanging out, and it was the Portugal flag. It was a Portuguese flag. And
Really?
yes, and I was
Wow.
like, what? I was like, come on, honey, we gotta go. We gotta go in there. So we go in there, and it's a map store, and it has all these different maps. And I'm like looking around, and I walk up to the owner, and I was like, oh, any reason why you have the flag from Portugal hanging outside? He's like, we have found that when we hang the Portugal flag, that we always get people coming in and asking about Portugal.
Oh
He,
my God, what a
he
good
said
strategy.
no other country, and we've tested out all the other flags, no other country has that effect.
Wow. Okay, I just got the chills again.
Isn't that amazing? Like we are
That
a
is so
tiny,
interesting.
tiny country, but we are so connected to
Wow.
our culture. We see the flag. I see people in Costco or in the grocery store,
Yeah.
and if they're
Yeah.
speaking Portuguese, I'm immediately like, oh wait, that might be my cousin.
Oh my God. Yes, I think you've touched on a good thing. I feel like you're trying to say that not only are we very prideful, right? And it's very rare when we see our flag in public, right? When we see
Yeah.
that kind of reminds me when I saw our flag in Hawaii hanging from one of the restaurants there too. And I was like, what? It's like it's totally different when you see it out in the world, right? Man, I don't know. I feel like maybe Portuguese people, that kind of shows that we're very sweet and friendly and hospitable. And it shows that our pride is so big that we want to share it with anyone. And if we see our flag, we're like, oh, I need to go talk to these people. I need to go talk to these people. It's so interesting. So, wow. So no one else would go in there if they hung a different flag. And but Portuguese people, every time they hang our flag, they go in there. Wow,
Very interesting, right?
that's
So
very
you had also mentioned, was there any like special feeling when
yeah. Is
you
there a
were
special
there?
feeling when you go there?
So I was very excited to share Portugal with my daughter. My kids had not been yet, and I really
Oh,
should have taken them, but I
no,
had
please. So let's not
life
even go
got
down. Yeah, let's not go down that road. Let's just talk about now, right?
yes. So life got in the way, but this was the opportunity,
Absolutely.
and I was really eager to get her to the area that we came from,
She
where
loved
her
it, huh? She loved
where
it.
her grandparents, where we all came from, where they chased each other on the beach,
Oh,
where they fished, where they we're scared of the storms, all the things. So I just let her walk onto the beach on her own, and she just strolled down to the shore, and I could see her just taking it all in, and it was important to her. And I just let her soak that in, and she's looking around, and I'm doing the same. I just felt like, wow, there's something different about the ocean here that is, it's the same ocean, the same angle to the stars that my grandparents, great grandparents, great great grandparents looked at and lived their lives. So it was very meaningful, and it does carry a lot of special love.
Yes, yes. It's almost like in that moment, Gisela wants to say hi. It's almost like in that moment that you felt like a big hug from universe. Is that true? Kind of?
Uh, so I don't know that I would put it that way, but I definitely felt like I was home.
Yes.
I felt a peace, and
Yeah.
I felt like I was home. Like that's, it was just so natural.
Yes, yes, that is a very good point. Very natural, but I think it not only has to do with love, but it has to do a lot with the ancestors like welcoming you and encompassing you with their love, right? And I'm a God lady now, so I'm like in my God era, with my Jesus, with my
Well,
Jesus and my God.
I feel God's love all the time,
Yes, yes. So that's all
wherever
I was
I
about to
am.
say. I was about
Yeah,
to say that that's just another like extension, like another form of being a relatable kind of love, right? It's not like a love from our husband or a love from our kid. It's a profound love that goes beyond our bodies. It goes beyond our existence, and it's so Portuguese. Like even just
yeah,
talking about it is very Portuguese of us because Portuguese people are very poetic just by nature. We're very deep,
absolutely.
just like the ocean, right? We're very deep, and also the ocean has I'm learning now has lots of healing properties. Even more so, like they tell you to go walk around in dirt or go walk in the grass, right? But if you walk on the sand and you walk near the water or even in the water, has more healing properties and benefits than the grass or the ground. I mean, anything is very good, but it's very powerful. The energy that's there, not only in Portugal, but by the ocean, in Portugal is, if you really think about
Absolutely.
it, like how you said, your family members used to fish there. Your family members were looking at the same stars, at the same moon. When you say the perspective like that, it's very powerful because then you also are able to kind of put yourself and go back in time and think, well, if I was them, what would I would be thinking about? And many times, I think at least they'd be looking out to the ocean just like y'all were doing, and they'd be looking out at the ocean and they'd be thinking, dang, what else is out there, you know?
Right.
And that's
And such
what
courage.
happened. Yes, such
Such
courage.
courage to go out. So my father was he was a cod fisherman. And so he would go out for months at a time, and they would go up into the North Atlantic. And during those days in the 40s and the 50s, it was icy cold. Well, it was icy cold today too, but icy cold with no
No advanced
instruments,
technology. No advanced technology.
no special instruments,
Yeah,
just reading the stars, and I'm in amazement. And it
yeah.
was very sad because oftentimes the boat would come back and it would be missing some individuals
Oh my God.
because it was too hard,
Yeah.
and they, if there was a storm at sea or things happened, and uh oftentimes there were women and moms and sisters that were not able to welcome back their loved one because they
Oh my
were
God.
gone to the sea.
That's so
And
sad.
so much of that is sung in fado. Of
Yes.
course, aquela saudade.
Yeah.
So much of that is that sorrow. The saudade is also, as we know, here we go, another tangent. But there is this, of course, the sadness, but it doesn't always have to be sad. We can have uma saudade for things that were wonderful, that were beautiful, and have that desire for that. So
Yeah.
all of that on the shores of our lovely country
Yeah.
is just so wonderful to be able to have that opportunity to spend that time with my daughter. It
Oh
was
my
special.
God. That is so special. I hope that one day when my kids are older too, that we can have a grand adventure just like that. I don't know if I would let them drive in Lisbon, but I have to say that your daughter is so brave, so amazing, just like mama. I mean, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, right? So I'm really happy to hear that you guys had a beautiful adventure, especially for her first time, especially to be with her mom on her first time. I mean, you can't top that. That's so special.
Yeah.
So I could be here talking to you forever. I don't know how the heck 20 minutes just flew by, but
Did it really?
we didn't even really get into your trip, to be honest. And I still want to talk about all the places that you visited. So I'm gonna have to schedule a part two with you because I want to hear
Sure.
everything about the castles, and I want to hear about that other whimsical place that you went to that's near a castle. I forget the name now. I think it's like the Jardin de something. It's like the Jardin. It looks very like
Oh,
fairy-like.
Quinta de Regaleira
Yes,
with the well.
yes, Quinta de
That is
Regaleira.
really cool.
That I heard from a bird. I didn't even know that that is the Quinta of the king's mistress. Is that true?
That I'm not sure, but it was an initiation well for some crazy stuff that used to go on back in the
I'm
day.
gonna have to research
We'll do
this.
a little research
Yeah,
to get the facts right.
I'm
But
so curious.
yeah, yeah, that's a great spot. Portugal has so many amazing places
Oh my
that you
God.
can
And
go.
the food. Oh, so amazing.
Yeah, thankfully there's a lot of walking to walk off all those calories, so it
Yeah,
kind of balanced out, you know.
there is so much walking. When we went to in Lisbon 2 years ago, it was so hot and we literally walked everywhere. So we were eating good food, but we were also, sweating it out, of course.
Yes.
Well, Yvonne, thank you so much for being on Ma Conversa. I hope to have you back soon so we can talk about all the details about your favorite places you visited, the best food you ate. I mean, I want to get into the nitty-gritty. We literally
Yes.
just, I feel like right now was just an intro. So we'll keep the people hanging and we'll come back. Dolly. Gisela wants to show you her Barbie. Woo!
This She's one. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Yvonne, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Talk to you
Beijing.
soon.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.